He's lied about everything else.
Not everything.
Those cards that he sent pretending he was being bullied at school.
This is different. This is about somebody being killed.
Yeah, but it's still David.
Yeah, so he can't be trusted.
What I'm saying, and why this is different, is if these are lies, they're lies he's going to have to tell to the police. And after that, to a judge and jury.
And you think he wouldn't?
Sarah, credit him with some normal human emotions.
Well, maybe right. But you still should talk to him.
Yes, and I intend to do that.
Do you know he could be done with perjury and locked up?
And I'll make sure he knows that.
On the other hand, if he is telling the truth...
Then it would prove everything Tracy's been saying.
Yeah, but why is he saying it now? Why didn't he just say it straight away?
Well, maybe he was frightened too.
And who wouldn't be? To see a fight and someone killed?
Hey, do you want me to talk to him?
No, I'll do it.
Morning, Kent.
Oh, morning, morning.
Any news on Tracy?
Well, the way this new solicitor was talking, we're hoping she'll be out by now. But not a word, no.
Well, fingers crossed.
Amy behaving herself for you?
Not so bad. Just dropped her off at nursery.
Good man. Hello. I was just after a word with Gail.
Right, yes, go on in. Gail, Ken's here.
Yeah, David's there as well.
Oh, right. Right, thank you.
Bye.
Come in.
Deirdre and I were wondering if there have been any new developments.
Not since yesterday, no.
Well, it's just that if David did see what happened, it could be absolutely vital for Tracy's defence.
I know.
I mean, it could be the difference between years in prison and...
I do know. I really do.
So you can understand how desperate we are to know.
Of course I can. And I've kept David off school, and I'm going to talk to him, and I'll let you know what he's saying after that, shall I?
If you wouldn't mind.
I'll be straight over.
Thank you, Gail.
David? 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 What are you doing?
Just having a look, that's all.
Well, I don't think you should, do you?
Well, I don't think Charlie's going to object, is he?
Don't be clever, David. Come back over here, we've got something to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
I've also asked Mr. Connor if he's got any seconds we can give to Becky, because there's always loads thrown away.
Yeah, I'm just going to put these somewhere safe.
What are you doing?
It's just these old science fiction comics my father gave me.
Yeah, you told me about them last night.
And the sparking ray gun he sent me.
That as well, but I thought we were giving them to Becky.
Yeah, I've decided not to. I'm taking them.
Why?
Well, I've been thinking, and I think they might be worth a substantial amount of money.
Which is why we were giving them to Becky. We said there's no point giving her rubbish. It has to be things that people will want to buy.
Yes, but I think on this occasion we might have been a little too generous.
Hey, now then, what's all this?
It is for you.
Me?
Yeah, we spent last night having a boot around in the attic.
They're items we thought you might like for your car boot sale, except for one or two that got in by mistake.
Except, no, they didn't.
Oh, comics? Oh, were these yours, Roy?
Oh, my father's. Be careful.
Dan Dare. Met one or two of them in my time. A few Dan Dents and all.
If you don't mind, they're rather fragile.
What do I help?
Well, not to the ordinary man in the street, which is why you wouldn't want them.
Well, rest of it looks great, so thanks.
Well, glad to be of assistance.
Too generous. I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Yes, well, now you have.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Hayley.
Oh, and thank you.
You've been granted bail and can leave this morning.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, you don't know how good it is to hear that.
I've managed to persuade the judge you aren't liable to flee the country or go around intimidating witnesses.
What, so this morning? What now? I can go now?
Well, there are a few formalities first.
I'll just be so pleased to get out of here.
But I have had to promise. Tracy, you listening?
What, yeah, you've had to promise what? Anything. I don't care.
Well, like I say, that you won't run away. Which I know you won't because you have a young daughter. But what's probably more pertinent You must try and avoid talking about the case to anyone who's a potential witness.
What, like my mum and dad and all the neighbours?
Well, yes, I know it sounds a little impractical, but what they're really saying, you mustn't try and influence anybody. Try and get them to alter their opinion.
Well, why should I? Because everybody is on my side anyway.
Oh, we're out in back.
Why?
What, I have to have a reason to go in my own back garden now?
Why were you out there?
Just kicking a ball around. It went over the fence, like it does, and I hopped over to go get it.
Go on.
And then I heard him shouting.
Both of them?
I think so, yeah.
Shouting what?
I don't know. Only it made me go and have a look. That's when I see him with a knife and he's going after her with it. That's it.
And that's the truth?
Yeah, the whole truth and nothing but.
David, do you realise...
How serious it is, yes.
And what happens next?
Like what?
Well, we have to go to the police. And there's going to be plenty of questions that they want to ask you. And they're going to keep on asking you until they know that you're telling the truth. And then you're going to have to stand up in court. And there's going to be a judge and a jury and barristers trying to catch you out. And all of it, everything you say will be all over the newspapers. So please, David, if it's not true, tell me.
You know, I knew you wouldn't believe me.
David, I was hoping and praying that this would be a lie. I still am. I don't want you involved. I don't want you to have to stand up in court because I know what a terrible experience it's going to be for you. I don't want you to have to go through it. Please, David. Tell me it's a lie.
Even if it isn't, you'd rather I'd lied to you and tell you it was.
It did.
And she's coming out today?
When are you actually coming out? Oh, wonderful. Half an hour.
That's terrific.
Yeah. Okay, love. We'll see you then.
I've talked.
And what's he saying?
Hi, Gail. You've talked to David?
Yes, and he's still saying what he said before, really, that he saw what happened and is willing to tell the police.
Oh, great.
Well, I've got mixed feelings, but it's good for Tracy, yeah.
Would you like the name of the policeman who's leading the investigation? We've got a card inside.
Yeah, come in.
Yeah.
Look, over there. It's hard to imagine that all that happened in that little house, isn't it?
Is there somewhere else you can stay where you wouldn't have to see it every day?
No, don't worry, I'll just look the other way. And thank you. I don't think I could have stood another night in that place.
Well, it's a trial we've now got to start thinking about.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be in touch.
Cheers. Can't sleep because there is always noise. You know, people arguing, doors slamming. It's like a madhouse.
Do you want some more toast?
I really want a shower.
Well, the immersion's been on since you phoned, so there'll be plenty of hot water.
And I'll put your clothes through the wash.
I'd rather you just threw him away.
Anyway, I'm glad this new solicitor seems to be proving her worth. Did she say anything else?
Like what?
Well, she got your bail, that's wonderful, but what about the trial, getting your defence together?
Yeah, Dad, she's working on it. Actually, is it all right if I leave the rest of this? It's just I want to shower and get changed.
Of course it is.
I feel as if I smell. Do I smell?
No.
Now listen, there's something we've got to tell you.
Well, it's going to have to wait, because actually I do smell, so I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to get changed.
Okay, but then...
And then, I want to hear how Amy is.
So, are you going to tell her, or what?
When I get the chance. Anyway, maybe we should wait and see how the police are taking it.
And maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should tell her the first chance we get.
Mr. Connor says you're welcome to these, but don't tell anyone where you got them from.
Oh, you are good, aren't you? Why are you doing this for me?
Well, because you deserve a bit of help, don't you? Everybody does, huh?
Hey, might keep 1 or 2 of these for myself. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course it would. Which reminds me, I just need a word with Roy, so excuse me. So, are you still keeping them comics?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and no, I'm not.
Oh, Roy, I am glad. When they said that thing about being too generous, I thought that's not my Roy.
No, you're misunderstanding me. It doesn't mean I'm giving them to Becky.
Oh.
I'm selling them. Then instead of them lying in a cupboard, they can be enjoyed by someone who has an interest in these things.
And what are you going to do with the money?
I don't know. What would you like us to do with it?
How much are we talking about?
On the basis of the inquiries that I've made this morning, I'd say, quite a tidy amount. So if you think what you would like, within reason.
Yeah.
And, that's what we'll spend the money on.
Could have killed David.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
You didn't tell anybody, though, did you?
Yeah, because I didn't think David wanted me to. Or else why didn't he tell somebody?
Because he was scared.
Oh, anyway, what does it matter now?
Because if you told somebody, then he might have locked Charlie up. He wouldn't have had to do what he did to Tracy, and then she wouldn't have had to kill him.
No,
Gail,
come on. No, so I could have saved Charlie. Is that what you're getting knocked about?
Maria, you could have saved everybody. David might have to go to court and give evidence now.
Stop it, both of you. Come on. Look, people coming here for peace and quiet, not just to get their hair done.
Yo, she started it.
Yeah, because you...
Shut up! And if you're talking about David, I'd have thought since you're his sister, and you count yourself as a friend, that you wouldn't want to be letting on to people what he's been saying. Especially till we know if it's true or not.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Yes. And another thing. What if Tracy gets to hear about this? Come on.
Hiya.
All right.
I'm out on bail.
Well, brilliant. I know it's not much cop inside, is it?
Steve, I don't know how people stand it. I don't know how I'm going to stand it if I have to go back there.
Well, you won't, because, everyone round here knows what Charlie's like.
Yeah, except the judge and the jury.
Well, this is your chance to tell him.
It's just... Well, I can't stop thinking about it. Worrying about it. Anyway, how's Amy?
She's great. She's in nursery now.
Yeah, Dad said. Steve, I just wanted to say thank you.
Anytime. And I mean, if there's anything else, because we're all on your side here, Tracy,
Can you stand up to being questioned by policemen and solicitors and barristers?
You said all this.
Yes, but I don't seem to be getting through to you. Do you know what it'll be like?
So what do you suggest, Mum? I don't say anything and Tracy goes to jail.
Okay. Hello, I called you earlier. My name's Gail Platt. This is my son, David.
David, you've got something to tell us, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is to do with your next door neighbour, Charlie Stubbs.
I saw what happened.
What happened?
When she killed him. Tracy. I saw it.
Did you know?
Right, so Steve is going to pick Amy up and he's going to bring her back here.
Been very good as Steve.
Right. Now we've got something to tell you. Something that might be very important. Are you going to say it?
Well, I haven't got much choice now, have I?
Well, what?
A witness has come forward. Someone who claims he saw everything.
Aren't you going to tell her who it is?
Yeah, well, of course I'm going to tell her who it is. David Platt. Apparently, he was in your garden and saw everything.
What? He saw?
Everything.
Oh, really, please? This could be vital.
Yeah, it could. Great. Right, just one more box, mate.
Won't be long.
But he's probably in school.
Dad, he never goes to school, and anyway, it's his dinner time.
Well, maybe they're already at the police station.
Dad, I'm going to ask in the salon. Audrey might know something.
Tracy!
Sarah, hi. Is it true your David saw what happened when Charlie died?
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Could we talk about this after work?
Well, that's great. It's just I'm not sure how he could have done because it happened in the house.
He was in the garden.
Reckons he saw it through the back window.
But the blinds were drawn.
Not in the kitchen, apparently.
So you think he's telling the truth?
Well, it better be. He's at the police station right now, giving them all the details.
Well, I could hear them arguing.
Could you hear what they were arguing about?
No. But they were getting louder and louder. And I could tell it were getting nasty. Next thing I know, Charlie's come through to the kitchen and he's rooting in this drawer. And I heard loads of knives and forks and stuff fall onto the floor. He bends down, and when he stands up again, he's holding this knife in his hand. And then he went through to the front room, and then that's when he shouted, "I'll kill you, you bitch," and Tracy screamed. There was a bit of a struggle, and then it all went quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything?
No. Apart from music. They had some music on.
There's no point fretting about it.
Mum, he's got my whole future in his hands.
The fellow in the cafe says that you're running a business, is that right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to, but while I'm on my own and I've got a few things I need to... Look, can we do this another time?
Look! Mr. Stubbs was paid up front for materials to refit the shop on the corner of Victoria Street.
Yeah, I know, but
You're obviously not up to the job. You've got your hands full. All I want to know is, when do we get the money back?
Wait a minute, who says I'm not up to the job?
Do I really need to answer that?
I know I should have told somebody. Believe it or not, I was actually protecting David. Or trying to.
You were protecting his attacker, and yourself, probably.
No! I blew the gaff on me and Charlie as soon as he found out. And Audrey, I was thinking about David. Didn't want to embarrass him.
Oh.
See, what you and Sarah don't know is... And I'm not making excuses for Charlie, I'm not. But what you don't know is... he was almost asking for it.
Maria, if you want to keep working here...
No, just listen to me for a minute, please. He kept pushing and pushing and deliberately winding Charlie up. And then eventually, got what he wanted, didn't he? Charlie snapped.
Why would he want that?
You know that he's got a bit of a crush on me, don't you?
Oh, I see, so he was jealous.
Oh, Jay, he was almost stalking me. And after the funeral, he even made a pass at me.
Oh, come on.
He did?
Yeah, oh, well, if he did, then it's only because you were leading him on. Yes, and if you don't realise that, then you better take a long, hard look at yourself, leader.
Why have you never mentioned any of this before?
Well, because I was scared when I gave my first statement. I mean, if he'd survived, I didn't want him coming after me again.
What do you mean, again?
He'd already tried to kill me. He tried to drown me once.
Charlie Stubbs tried to drown you?
Yeah.
Was this ever reported?
I didn't hear about it till yesterday.
And then there was the time he tried to drag me in his van. For all I know, he could have been trying to kill me then as well. Or even worse. But luckily the guy from the factory sauna managed to escape.
There was a witness?
Yeah, both times. Liam, Connor and Maria Sutherland. He saw Stubbs trying to drag me in his van, and she saw him when he tried to drown me. You can ask them if you don't believe me.
Tracy, sit down, eat your dinner.
I'm not hungry, I've not long eaten.
Yeah, you're acting as if this is a bad thing. You should be glad you've got a witness.
Well, yeah. But do you honestly think that anyone's going to believe him? They'll probably rip him to shreds in court.
Not necessarily. Stop assuming the worst.
Whatever he tells them, it's got to be good for you, hasn't it?
This job would be done by now. Can you start it tomorrow or not?
Yeah, okay, but I'll have to juggle a few jobs around first,
Yeah,
but...
babysitter, you mean? Right, I want to see some serious progress by the end of this week.
No problem.
I'll just call in on your gran and tell her how it went.
Okay.
I know it was a bit of an ordeal, but you did really well.
Thanks, Mum.
David! David! Wait, how did it go?
Like you care.
Look, I'm sorry if I upset you. Come here, what happened?
Nothing. I just told the police the kind of man you're a bit on the sidewalk and I deserved everything you got. That's all.
David, no one deserves to die like that.
Yeah, well, I'd be expecting a call from the police myself if I were you.
Why?
That affair you had with your dead landlord. I think they probably want to rake up all the details. I'm sorry if that upsets you, or makes you feel like a slapper.
Are you not worried about the chippy over the road?
Have you tried the chippy over the road?
Yeah?
Well then.
Well, I know it's serviced with a snarl, but the chips ain't bad.
Well, wait till you try ours. And we're going to be selling more than just chips. See you tomorrow.
What's your darling? What's your do? It's okay. That's it.
How'd you do that?
Well, she just wanted a bit of attention. Who were that?
She's bought this place, I'm doing it up for her.
What they're going to sell?
Fast food.
Oh, Roy's going to be so happy about that. His day's going from bad to worse. See you later. What time is it?
Just gone 2.
Have we got a phone number for Gail?
I don't think so. Not really needed.
Mum, have we got a phone number for Gail?
Look, the chances are that once they're finished at the police station, she'll take him straight back to school.
Well, that'll be a first.
All I'm saying is, instead of pacing backwards and forwards to the window, why don't you wait till tea time? You know they'll be back by then. Am I right, Ken?
Well, it's just, if he really did see something, why is it taking him until now to go to the police about it?
Actually, you know, we were wondering that ourselves.
Yes.
Hiya, Roy.
Hello.
It's quiet, isn't it?
Yes. New coat.
What do you think?
Expensive, was it?
It were an offer, else I couldn't have afforded it. Mind you, I made more than I expected, Roy. I owe you one. Big time.
Can't help note you've returned empty-handed.
No, not totally. I've got about £6 left.
And the comics and the ray gun, I don't suppose.
Hey, now, it's funny you should mention them. Some fat fella, right, offered me £20 for the lot.
£20?
I know. I couldn't believe it myself. But there's something about him, Roy. His hands were shaking, he was sweating like a pig. And do you know what? I've done enough deals in my time to know when someone's trying to pull a fast one. Have you ever seen Toy Story 2?
No.
Well, long story short, I thought this is a seller's market, this. So, I start haggling. Said they weren't for sale. I ain't meant to bring them. They belong to you. Sentimental value, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, in end, I got him all the way up to £40.
£40?
I know! You never lose it, do you?
Sold it all for £40?
Ah, well, I would have done, but you only had a cheque. Oh, cheers, mate. I'd have brought them in myself, but I don't want to ruin this new coat. Yeah, I love that £6. He's bent up now.
You didn't sell them?
Take a check. As if. No, he gave me his business card. Wants you to give him a ring. He might even go a bit higher, you know.
Don't believe it.
Oh, I'm telling you, 40 quid minimum. Maybe even more. But listen, insist on cash. It's rule number 1.
Shall we do them together or split up?
Split up. I want to get home early tonight.
Okay. Any preference?
I'll take the fit young hairdresser.
Is he looking at me? He isn't. I can feel it. He's looking into it. Yeah. That is sexual harassment. That's what that is.
Is it still sexual harassment if you're obviously up for it?
Hi. I'm trying to get hold of Liam Connor.
Oh, you're not the only one, kid.
He's in the office.
Hey, looks like someone's beating you to it, Cal.
You can talk with her in the back if you like.
You just follow me.
I'm really sorry to bother you at work, you know.
That's alright. Glad of the break. So what can I do for you?
I'm investigating the death of Charlie Stubbs.
Right.
I believe you had a relationship with him before he died.
Yeah, but I've already explained all that.
I just need to check a few facts, that's all. You know David Platt?
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything about an incident that might have happened between him and Mr. Stubbs? In your bathroom, perhaps?
That's right, yes. First 52 issues. Complete first volume. Mint condition and the ray gun. See?
How much?
£1,500.
1,500 quid? I made up for you, Roy, I really am.
He's grabbed the kid and dragged him out of the house and thrown him in the back of his transit. Well, it looked like he's trying to kidnap him, doesn't it? So I've gone over there, opened the back door, the kid's jumped out, and that's it, really. Said he was just trying to scare him.
Why would Mr. Stubbs want to scare him?
Dunno.
David, hi. I heard you just got back from the police station. I must have just missed you.
What do you want?
Well, I was wondering what you said to him.
What I saw?
Which was what?
The whole thing.
Look, David. You know what Charlie was like. My mum said he tried to drown you.
So?
So, you know what I was feeling then? Look, I was scared for myself and I was scared for my child. I don't know what it must have looked like. I mean, I don't know how much you could see through the blinds, but I just did what I had to do, David.
Yeah. Self-defense. Well, he came at you with a knife, didn't he?
You saw that?
Yeah. Through the kitchen window.
And that's what you said to the police?
Yeah. Why, was that not right?
No, that is completely right. You don't know how much this means to me.
Go on then, how much?
Well, you could be the difference between me going to jail or not.
Could I?
Yeah. And I am grateful. I am truly grateful.
So, what if the police saw you talking to the star witness?
Well, I'm only asking what you saw.
And it doesn't matter that one of them have just come out of the factory now.
You see, I don't want to jump into the wrong conclusions.
And what conclusions would they be?
Well, you know.
I've told you, I've already given my statement. I can't go change it now.
Right, good, no, that's right. Well, you don't want to be accused of wasting police time or something. So what exactly was in your statement?
I've just told you.
Okay, so you were in the garden and...
I heard you arguing. He came to the kitchen drawer and he pulled a knife out.
You saw that?
Yeah, he pulled it right out, didn't he? There were knives all over the floor. He picked one up and then he threatened to kill you.
You heard that?
Yeah.
What, even above the music? I mean, he put music on to drown out the sound of the argument. Well, you probably didn't notice what with all the excitement. You probably forgot that, right? I mean, he was threatening me so loudly
I
that...
heard the music.
You mentioned it.
Well, you could hear it from the other end of the street.
It's in your statement.
Well, why wouldn't it be?
So, what else did you tell him?
He picked a knife up, and then he came at you.
In the front room?
Yeah. And then you hit him.
That's it. You know what? That is exactly how it happened.
What did you hit him with?
You didn't see that?
No, I couldn't be sure.
Right, it was an ornament.
You see, I thought it was, but I don't know, I just guess I couldn't tell.
I had to hit him twice. Did you mention that?
No, I didn't see that.
Well, no, because he fell to his knees, didn't he? He was probably out of your eye line. And then he came at me. He was about to strike. He was screaming at me. I hit him because I had no choice.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
What, you heard that as well?
Even above the music.
I can rely on you, can't I?
I've told you, I'm on your side. I'm glad he's dead.
Just don't let me down, David. Otherwise, we're both going to be in big trouble, okay?